Welcome to Math 1215 Online. My name is George Hurlbert and I'm your instructor for the semester, and I wanted to create this video to give you an idea of how this course is going to work. So this is the Brightspace shell. You should hopefully know how to get into Brightspace and get into that. When you get here, probably the first thing you want to do is come check out the syllabus and outline. So go there, click there, and it'll open that up in a new tab for you. So I'm not going to go through a lot of this. You should take some time to read it. I'll point out some important things. Here is my name and my email address. If you need to get in contact with me, email is the way to go. During the day, I'm in a bunch of classes, hard to get a hold of, but if you email me, I will get back to you soon, I promise. I have fixed office hours on campus. Those probably aren't real convenient for you as an online student, so if you need help, contact me. Send me an email and we'll find a way to make this work for you. All right, one cool thing about this class, it is fully open educational resource, which means there is nothing to buy. You don't need to buy a book, you don't need to buy a graphing calculator, you don't need anything. Everything you need, you already have. All right, so there's a bunch of stuff here: course description, course outcomes. You can read all that. This is important stuff here: grade policies. I'm not going to read through that. You should read through it on your time. Exams. I will talk about exams. Exams will be on campus. Here are the dates. You will get reminders about those. I will have daytime offerings and evening offerings. So hopefully we'll find a time that works for everybody. Other policies, please read through those. This is probably the most important thing in the syllabus right here, and that is a list of everything we're going to do this semester and its due date. So I suggest that you get this into your calendar however you remember how to do things. Some people, maybe you print this and post it somewhere where you see it. Other people, maybe you use an electronic calendar. I recommend you enter all of this stuff into your calendar, however you focus, however you function, so you don't miss anything. So everything is here for the whole semester. And then finally at the end is my class schedule. So again, you can see during the day I'm going to be pretty hard to get a hold of in all sorts of crazy classes. Send me an email if you need to get a hold of me. All right, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into Lumenome. So most everything we're going to do on this course is in a software called Lumenome, and this is part of the Open Educational Resource. So you will need this course ID and this enrollment key the first time you go in. Once you use them the first time, you'll never need them again. So you're going to come to Lumenome and you're going to click on here, and it's going to take you to this, and you will enroll in a new class. You'll enter that course ID and that enrollment key. You'll hit enroll, and then it's going to ask you to create an account. So you'll need an email address and a password and some other basic information. I strongly suggest you use your college email address, or if you have your college email address forwarded to something else, then use that other email address. But through your college email address is how I will contact you if I need to contact you. So I strongly recommend you use that. Once you get enrolled, it will look like this. So you'll see Math 1215 Spring 2023 Online. The first thing you'll see right up here on the top is a calendar. So this is another good visual reminder. Now this calendar contains most things, but not everything. This calendar does not contain the problems of the week, whatever those are. We'll talk about those in a few minutes. And it does not contain the exam dates, but those are listed on the syllabus. Okay, so most of the time, the vast majority of the work you're going to do in this class, you will be here in Lumenome. And you'll come down, and let's say you're ready to work on section 3.4. So pretty much every section looks the same. You'll come in, you'll see a link to a textbook. You're welcome to read the textbook if you want. I don't think many of my students do. I think most of my students jump right down here to the videos. So what you have here are videos that I created. You click on this, it's going to open a video. And you can also click on this and print it if you want. It's the sheet that I used to make the video, so it'd be nice and easy for you to take notes. So I strongly recommend that you watch the video and take notes. You don't have to print my sheet, though, to take notes. Then there are some other videos that I found within the system that relate to this chapter. So I posted those here. Okay, after you've watched the video and or read the textbook, you'll come in and you'll do homework. So you'll click on here and it'll open the homework system. It's thinking. We'll start. And it asks you questions. And most of the time the questions are fill in the blank type questions. And you can see when I click in here, it brings up a math palette. So if there are things I need like x squared or a fraction or a square root or infinity, all those things show up here. And I'm just going to type something in here. X plus 2 squared equals 5. I'm sure that's wrong. Answer x equals -3. Okay, so notice here it says this is not a decimal or integer value. What it's telling me is it doesn't want the x equals. It just wants an answer like so. And I submit, and you'll notice it marks them wrong because I just guessed. I had no idea what the answers were. Clearly, everything's wrong. All right, so let's say this was legitimate and I was really trying to do my homework. Now what do? Well, you have options. Option number 1 is to click here, and this will show you a video of how to do a very, very similar problem. And once you understand how to do that problem, you come back and you do this one. Option number 2, an absolutely fantastic option, is to click on that. And you can see what it's going to do. It's going to send me an email. It's going to send it to me. And notice that it contains the question, the whole thing. You don't need to try to recreate the whole question. All you need to do is type a little bit in here about what you tried, what's happening, what's going on, and how I can help you. And then you'll come down and you'll hit send message. That will send me an email. You can see it's popped it right into my messages. And I promise I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, if you're sending during the day, I might be in class. In the evening, sometimes I have family things going on. But I promise you, I will get back to you soon. All right? All right, so let's go back. So you've watched the video. You've gone through the homework. You need to do the homework and score at least an 80%. And that will unlock the quiz. So you'll notice I can't take the quiz right now. The quiz will look same format as the homework. So I'm going to go back into homework and I'll point out the only difference. The only difference will be on the quiz, there won't be these help things. Something else I should point out, all of these problems have a link to a calculator. This one's just a standard calculator. If a problem needs a graphing calculator, it will also open a graphing calculator. All right, so anyway, the homework and quizzes are gonna look the same, except that you won't have the help things, okay? And you might have noticed a minute ago, when I came back, it saved what I had done. This will save your work as you go, okay? And if you've tried this multiple times, I think like 3 times, and gotten it wrong, then it's going to mark it permanently wrong. And then what you need to do is say, well, give me a similar one. And then you see it changes the problem slightly, gives you a similar one. So you can go through homework over and over and over again as often as you need to really, really learn the stuff. And then when you're done the homework, well, it gives you a list of, I didn't do very much. When you're done your homework, you go to the quiz. Each quiz, you can take it twice, and I only keep the higher of the 2 scores. Homework actually does not count as part of your grade, but you need to score 80% on it to open the quiz. And then the quiz you can take twice, and I only keep the higher score. You'll notice each quiz has a due date. If you do not complete the quiz on time, you can use a late pass. You have 5 late passes that you can use to complete quizzes throughout the year. You don't have to tell me when you're using them, you just use it, and it will give you 24 hours. So be careful of that. If a quiz was due 3 days ago, a late pass only gives you 24 hours, so you're going to need to use 3 late passes. You probably don't want to do that for one quiz. Be smart about your late passes. Use them when you can. At the end of the semester, I do drop some lowest scores, so missing an item or 2 also is not a disaster. So read the syllabus about that. All right, other things you're going to do in here is you will have discussions. You'll notice there are discussions. You'll click on here and you'll add a new thread, and you can answer the questions that are there back in the discussion. And I haven't posted mine for this first one. This is an introduce yourself. I will post mine in there too soon. Okay, so that's the way things are going to work in LumenOhm, and that's going to be the vast majority of the course. However, there are some things that we do back here, back in Brightspace, and those are all listed under assignments. So you will see a list of assignments here. There's the course contract. That's your very first assignment for the semester. We have we learn how to use a graphing calculator, an online graphing calculator. There's an assignment for that. And then there's all these problems of the week. So the way these are going to work, I'll go course contract. You'll find the course contract here. You'll click on it, and it'll pop open a new window, and you can print that. You don't have to print things in this class. You can handwrite it all out and submit it too. And then you're going to scan it, and you're going to save it as a PDF. And that is something that always scares students, because they say, well, I don't have a scanner. Not a problem. You can use your cell phone. So I give you 3 different options for how to use your cell phone. This will work for any cell phone. This one will work specifically for Android, and this one will work specifically for iPhone. So you're going to scan it. When you're done, you'll come down here, you'll add a file, and you'll browse and upload your file. All right, so like I say, this will actually be, this course contract is actually your very first assignment of the whole semester. And then this Desmos graphing calculator one comes up soon too. You'll notice that's due January 27th. So all right, so that is a very quick and dirty video for how this class is going to work. Here's the single most important thing I can say to you about this class. There will be times when you need help. So right here in LumenOhm, I put information about tutoring. And this is one of the biggest challenges that students face, because in a regular classroom, when you have a question, you can just raise your hand and the student says, yeah, what's up? Here, that it doesn't work quite that way. So if you need help, the most important thing is to get it immediately. Don't let things build. Don't let things get to be where they're out of control. If you have a question, message me. I will get back to you quickly, and I can usually get you going in the right direction quickly, so that this isn't something that lingers and ruins your whole day or your whole weekend. If I'm not immediately available or quick enough, go to the Math Tutoring Center. They have online tutoring that they do. The Tutoring Center is open during the day. This is our campus tutoring center. If you're working in the evening, go to Star New York Tutoring. This is free. You get 1 hour of tutoring per night. They open at 7 o'clock at night. That is the single most important thing I can tell you about this class. When you need it, get help. All right, so that's everything I have for now. Questions, comments, concerns, please send me an email. And good luck.